Hey, it's Kelly here at Don't Run with Scissors, your favorite mom of twins, Jeep driving lawyer, with two crazy rescue dogs who likes to craft. So, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome. If you haven't hit the subscribe and like button, please do so. It helps my self-esteem because it sends me a little message that says, so-and-so liked your video. So-and-so, you have a new subscriber. It's just a little boost to my self-esteem, and darn it, can't we all use our boost to our self-esteem, as I say every week. So, it is June 28th, and it is currently downpouring rain here in Lake Orion, Michigan. Can you hear it? It's thundering too. It has been insane with the rain lately. Been a little crazy, a little scary. We've had a lot of flooding in the area. So far, I'm doing good. Yeah. So we'll just pray that the electricity and the Wi-Fi hold out. And we'll go from there. The other night it went out and I couldn't keep stitching because it was late at night. So I went to bed. I think I told you guys this. And by the time DTE, which is our electric company, had texted me that says the power will be back on by 4 a.m. And it was like 2:30 in the morning. As I was reading the text, which I read right as soon as my phone went off, the power came back on. So we've been, knock on wood, I've been very fortunate that everything is holding still. We got the new hot water tank, to which then I had to put in new faucets all over. I haven't done the kitchen one. Still didn't have enough hot water pressure in my shower. Had the plumber back out today. They told me I have to rerun the lines to the tune of another $2,500. Yeah, I got nothing, y'all. Seriously. We are just going to hope and pray. I don't have another $2,500 just laying around. Kind of, it's been a little tapped out lately between Jeep parts and water tank. So yeah, Amazon Prime Days, took a little bit of advantage there. I got the outside lights for my front. They're so pretty. I take them out of the box, but I didn't. So maybe later. Maybe I'll show you pictures later on another week, because we all know that Kelly doesn't know how to insert anything. Come on now. You've been with me long enough to know that I am not technically savvy. Been doing PT for my back. Went back to the doctor today. I'm not handling one of the medications well, so we discontinued that and had to switch some things around. And then he put me on a new back pain med, and I had to buy lidocaine patches to put on my back, and I had to order from Amazon because it's the cheapest place to get it fast. A pillow for my butt. I have a princess pillow that I have to sit on. It's like one of those donuts, so you sit on it and it relieves the pressure on your sit bones or your butt. And I'm supposed to normal people rest for 2 weeks. Y'all want to take bets on how long that's going to last? No, seriously, because we all know I don't normal people rest. So originally he said, well, how about you take the rest of this week off, do normal people rest, and the next week, you could walk on the treadmill for a couple miles. And then he goes, and I go, well, what about swimming? Can I go swimming? Because the gyms are open here. And honestly, it's been hot enough where I could take somebody with me and go swim at our Metro Beach here. That's not far from my place. And he said, yeah, swimming's great. And I go, does that mean that, there's a 5K swim in August, mid-August. He goes, a 5K swim? I go, well, yeah, there's a 10K too. I mean, we could really go for broke, but I feel like a 5K swim is a reasonable thing. And he goes, what does that mean as far as you swimming right now? And I go, well, give me a second. Let me figure this out. Kind of mapped it out in my head. And I go, that means like right now, ideally in a pool, I'd be swimming about 2,000 yards. And he goes, well, what's the warm up for that? And I go, well, the 2,000 yards is not the warm up. That's a separate issue. And I swim about 500 yards in my warm up. Then I do drills for a little while. Then I swim my long swim. And then I do a cool down. And he goes, I love your enthusiasm. That's what he said. He literally said that as he's like giving me the look through his masks, with his mask on and stuff. And you could tell. He goes, okay, no swimming for you. I go, okay. I go, well, don't forget we have our ultra marathon in September. And he goes, so how far are you running? I go, well, 2 short runs of 2 miles a week, 2 miles each. And then I have a long run. That's where I'm at right now. My long run's about 3-4 miles is ideal. And he goes, yeah, you're off all that for 2 weeks. The only exercise I get is at physical therapy. So I went to physical therapy after my appointment. And I said to her, I said, can we make our appointment longer? I go, not today, because God knows I can hardly walk. And turning or pushing, like pressing pedals on my, like the car, it hurts. So not today. I said, but going forward for the next 2 weeks, can we like have longer sessions? And she's like, why? So I explained to her and she goes, that is not how we're doing it. I was like, okay, clearly you all are not on my side. So that's where we are. So I have 2 weeks to be like, yeah, it's just going to be, we're going to get through it. We are going to get through it. That's all I can say. We're going to get through it. It may not be the most pleasant 2 weeks, but we're going to get through it. So then I came home and I had some client calls I had to make, and then I had court, and opposing counsel almost had to pay for my hours on this case, which would be great because he keeps screwing up and not being prepared, and that's kind of upsetting to a judge. And so, yeah, I'm all for getting attorney's fees from another attorney. I have no problem with that, honestly. As long as it's not me giving them fees, I don't care. Really, it's kind of nice. So yeah, so that's kind of been where we are at. I changed faucets in the bathroom. Thought I had like I said, as far as home repairs. I got the lights. What else did I get on Prime Day? Oh, I got color changing vinyl for my Cricut. I don't know what I'm gonna make with it, but I got it because it was cheap, and I got a couple more mats. I got one of those really long mats, so it's 12 wide by 24 long. It was cheap. What else? I bought earbuds on Prime Day. The lights. I bought an air fryer. So if you have any recipes for the air fryer, let me know because it's still in the box. I got it like last Wednesday. I haven't even taken it out of the box yet. Yeah. So again, if you've got an air fryer recipe or recommendation, let me know. I kind of want to batter the ranch pickles that I made from TikTok and try those because fried pickles are pretty good. So there's that. I finished reading wise, I finished a book called Yellow Wife, and it is about slavery. It was so good. Like, I really enjoyed this book. I would rate it a 5 out of 5 and definitely go get it. Understand though that it does have, sadly it uses the N word, but that was appropriate for back then and that type of thing. But it was really good. even if all you do is go and read the epilogue on it, I think you'd still gain from it and still enjoy it. Um, so I did that. I finished that, and I've started a new one, and I'm in the middle of another one that I'm actually reading for like to as a review. Um, and that should hopefully finish today. Um, I, I did actually get some stitching done. I started to cut project bags. Um, so apparently I have the only patterns I seem to be falling in love with right now. Okay, well, Haid has got a sale, so if you need a Haid, and who doesn't need a Haid, right? They have a sale. I bought 4 patterns because I can. I I bought the one with it's 4 like rows, but they're like Arctic animals, jungle animals, 2 other rows of animals. I'm blanking, but they're 4 rows. I bought that one, and then I bought the one that looks like book spines, but at the bottom of each book is a dog because dogs. We all know I love my dogs. Maisie is so funny. So if I let her sleep in the bed with me when she like if I rolled over in the morning and the sun is out, she literally will come and she'll like put her head right there. I put a video of her on Instagram. She is such a hot mess. Like, but what's bad is my big dog Lizzie wants to act like Maisie, and Maisie's a little hyper spazzy. Well, first of all, Maisie's a little dog, and Maisie's only like 2 years old. My big girl is 9 years old. A little bit of a difference. So my big girl, she's trying to act all puppy like and wants to snuggle like the 20-pound little dog. That's just a hot mess. So there's that. But they're funny. So yeah, on my Instagram is a little short video of Maisie, and it just cracks me up. Just absolutely, she's so funny. I gotta get her a raincoat though. She won't go out in the rain. And today when the plumber came, Lizzie was barking because she freaks out with strangers. So I let her go sit in the Jeep. So my daughter went out there to sit with her and turned it on so she'd have air because it is hot and muggy here. So they sat in the Jeep for a while. Yeah. But yeah, like Lizzie, the Jeep seems to be her like safe space, I guess. I don't know. Who doesn't like riding in a Jeep? Really? I don't know. Um, I haven't gotten the rest of the painting done, and now I can't, but I might. Just say. Um, what else did I get done? I know I got other stuff done. Okay, so anyways, I've been shopping, clearly. But I have fallen in love with patterns that are out of print. What the heck? Besides my Hades that I bought. I bought that one. I bought the dog one. I don't remember what else I bought. There's 2 that I'm blanking. I'm totally blanking. Okay, so again, been falling in love with patterns for the most part that are out of print because why not? You know, why not buy a pattern that is now, 3 times what it was originally? Because I didn't know. So one of them, and I haven't gotten them in yet, but I'm going to tell you about them. It's by Lavender and Lace, and it's the Celtic Christmas woman, and they merged it with Oh Christmas Tree from Lavender and Lace. And Oh Christmas Tree is the beautiful tree, and it's got a little boy and a girl at the tree, and the girl isn't much bigger than the boy, but they're little kids. Well, when the kids were little, Bean is like for a while there, Bean was like a good foot taller than the boy. So it didn't look necessarily like they were twins because there was such a height difference. And so I fell in love with this when I was like, the Christmas tree is cute. I was like, oh, I could make that. That would be kind of cute to pull out like at Christmas time. To go with kind of our Santa Claus that we go to is kind of like old world, like Renaissance-y sort of looking. So it really kind of fit period wise. And I was like, that would be really pretty to stitch. Maybe I'll do that. And then I went to search for the pattern because I saw it. I think Amy Loves Toads, I think, is stitching Oh Christmas Tree. I think that's who it is. It's Amy somebody, and it's not Creativity with Gidge Amy. I think it's Amy Loves Toads. She's stitching, whoever it is. Anyways, this person is stitching Oh Christmas Tree. So I went to search it, and lo and behold, somebody had taken Celtic Christmas, and lady, when she's holding like the wreath, the Advent wreath with the they left that part off and just have the string of beads. Like the kids are hanging on Oh Christmas Tree, and they smushed them together so it looks like the two kids with mom decorating the tree. Mind blowing. Had to have them. Had to have them. That's what I'm going to be stitching. Because, you know, whatever. Yeah. So that is on its way to me. And I cannot wait. And surprisingly, I found the one pattern. I think I found Oh Christmas Tree. Yes. Oh Christmas Tree I found on Poshmark of all places. Who even knew on Poshmark that you could get cross stitch patterns? I didn't. But apparently Google does, because Google is the one who told me. So yeah, so that's coming. The other one that I fell in love with is the polar bear from Nora Corbett. Because again, out of print. So why not like it? Name of the game. So that came today. I don't have any of the flosses to go with it or anything. Or the Karen Walder lily. I may have the braid, the Krynic braid. I don't know. I actually may have most of the Mill Hill beads because I seem to be getting a collection of them. And I keep them, like all of mine are in the little bead, the little box, you know, the little container that they come in. But how do you guys store all your little containers of beads? Like, I just feel like I'm all, like, I have stuff everywhere is how I feel, which is not a good feeling to have. Yeah. So I gotta figure out a better way to do that. And then because, yes, so there's my, the beads and the whisper. Because I did, this is actually fuzzier than the alpaca I had, and I don't really like the alpaca. It separates so easy. It just kind of, I don't know. Krynic's in here. A water lily. This one is seafoam. It's so pretty. I mean, that's totally like blowing out. But it's this really soft blue greens. And it looks almost like a touch of pink, but I'm not sure it's pink. So yeah, so I have all sorts of beads. I have a lot of beads, and this isn't even all of them, because apparently, and I probably have a bazillion duplicates because I don't have them organized. And I've got to find a new way to organize my floss because I now have shelves here. And so I had to take down my boards that I had all my floss on, which really makes me sad. Okay, so I showed you the little teddy bear, the polar bear. And then I also fell in love with this one because he's sleeping. Santa, it's just old Santa, and he's sleeping, and the two kids are sleeping. And again, Bella and William, yeah, yes, my kids are Bella and William. We're sleeping, and so I'm going to change the hair color. But I already told you that, so I have the beads now. My merman. But they are both facing the same way. So what I'm thinking I may do, but don't quote me because we all know I don't stick with plans. I may take the pattern out of here, scan it in, and flip it. Does that make sense? So that he is facing the other way. So then they will face each other. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm going to do. But I'm probably going to have to scan it, like, I'm sure it's like the, I've never stitched a Bella Filipina pattern before. I'm going to assume I'm going to break the seal because I'm not, like, I'm going to stitch this guy. Because, yeah. Okay, so it is set up sort of like Mirabilia's. No, they're not. They are actual pages. So, but I'm going to have to scan in each page, flip it, print it, scan it like that. Because I don't trust myself to just go, oh, okay, like flip it and try and do it myself. Nope. Nope. That's a recipe for a big old disaster. And yeah, I don't need that much stress in my life. I have enough stress. I don't need to add to that. Okay, so we have this. I don't even know what's still coming in the mail. There could be a llama coming in the mail. I'm not making any promises either way. I don't know. I don't know. So I'm also, one of the types of fabrics I collect are cycles, like bicycles, but more race bike, not like cruisers. I collect swimmers and I collect running fabric, like of runners or gym shoes. And I saw this, and it's actually, it's a little bit bigger than I would have hoped, but hello, yes. The only problem is it's from Spoonflower, and their fabric is so pricey. It is insane to me. Like, I don't, this is a fat quarter of fabric, and I still paid like $10 plus shipping. That's insane. It's like $20 for a yard of fabric. And it's not like you have the 40% off coupon like Joann's. So, while I would love to make a project bag out of that, I don't have enough fabric for that. I'll live. So, yeah. So now you've seen my haul. We've talked about life. I just want to paint. Yeah. My kids lost my screwdrivers. I had to go buy a whole new set of screws. Well, I could have just gotten away with buying the one screwdriver for the project. I ended up just buying the whole little kit. Yeah. I've spent so much money at Menards lately. Thank God they're still doing their 11% back, which is still, that's one of those, it's a joke because you're not really you're getting a rebate for that amount, but you have to use it in their store. So really you're getting an 11% gift card to Menards. Now, I'm not mad because God knows I'm going to use it, but yeah. So yeah, so the plumber was out today. He looked at my plumbing that I had done with changing the faucets, and he goes, "Well, you did it right." All right, rock on, because I wasn't totally sure I hadn't because it was a little intense because we had to go back past. Yeah. Anyway, if you're doing mobile home repairs, because okay, so there's the big secret. I bought a double wide 4 years ago. I paid cash for it. I had to move rather suddenly due to circumstances, and I've been gutting it ever since. Mobile homes and traditional homes, you can't always use the same things. And there's some weird glitchy things. Makes it very easy though to move walls. That one I'm going to give you. You can move a wall in a mobile home fairly easy because I've done it a couple times now. Different walls, built different walls. So yeah, but there's some things that are just like, I wish my ceilings were taller because my ceilings are really low and I don't know how to. I have windows over in my living room, but they're kind of small, and I don't know. And they're traditional windows, like that would go in a home. Like the person before me had switched out some of them, but I don't know how to make the holes bigger because it's an outside wall, and I'm just flipping out about that. So I think I'm gonna have to leave them the size that they are, but that's okay. I would like more light in to the living room, and I really think my dogs would like to be. Now that said, the house next to us, or the place next to us, is probably maybe 10 yards. It's I mean, I have a decent sized yard on both sides, thank goodness. But it's not super far apart. So yeah. So I have these little windows. But yeah, I've been ripping out. Those are all new cabinets. I mean, I've done a lot to the place, and like I said, we're gonna lay new flooring. Um, I love my little place. It's mine. It's paid for, except for my lot rent every month to the community, which is still way below rent prices around here. So, um, yeah, it's my place. But that's so it makes some things kind of weird and funky, like the plumbing issues. Like some plumbers won't work on a mobile home. Like they just don't do it. So finding it's just yeah. So that said, yeah, I have like 1,300 square feet, 3 big bedrooms. Should be 4, but I turned one of them into my craft storage room in my closet because and I only have 1 bathroom. If I had it like in a perfect world, I'd have 2 bathrooms. Anyways, like squirrel, hello, ADD kicking in. Where did I leave us? Oh, what I've been stitching. So I've been stitching. I have actually been stitching. The first one isn't very far. Stitch Life magazine. It's free sale, absolutely free. Just go to the Stitch Life magazine group on Facebook, and I believe you can download the pattern from there. It's called True Colors, and it's the words from Cyndi Lauper. Clay designed it. I sort of edited it for him, and gave him some feedback, and we switched a bunch of stuff. We switched several things based on my feedback. I felt so bad. I feel so bad when I do stuff like that. Even if you ask me to do that, I still feel bad. Like, I'm sorry, I'm making you change all these things or throwing this out. So it came out. We all started on Friday was the idea. I started. I didn't get very far. I need to work on it. I've seen it stitched now. From several people have already finished it. It's a fairly fast stitch. It's not big. It will fit in a 5x7 frame, which I think is fantastic. I love when designers design pieces that will fit in standard size frames. It makes life a lot easier than if they come up with some cuckoo bird design size. So I started that. Then I also worked on the little taco sampler. I think I worked on it this week. I finished sour cream. I know I put it on Instagram. So now the question is, I don't really feel like stitching the taco. So I'm thinking maybe I'll just do this little band, which is the mirror image of this one, down here, and call it a day. Do you think I need the taco? Input on the taco. The irony is, okay, so this is an out of print pattern too. And somebody on Instagram commented on my taco sampler and said that they had gotten to the point of the taco too and kind of put it away and hasn't worked on it in forever. And she's like, it may be my oldest whip kind of thing. So, yeah, I don't know. So let me know. Do you think I need the taco? Because really, if I don't need the taco, I could finish the little line and be done with it and have it like, so yeah, so I did that. Then the other thing that I've really been feeling like working on is Anne Frank by Gira. That is that pattern. It is from Creative Poppies. So cute. I'm kind of rough. Like, that roof is kind of intense. It's pretty. So I dyed this fabric. It is an 18 count Aida. But that's, yeah. So I have to come in. Now I'm starting to do I can do the little window. I have a little bit more of this weird brown to do over here. like I think just this little spot. And then I can start adding her in. Um, I really want to kind of get this done. So we did that. Oh, I did have a finish this week. Let me see if I set it aside to show you guys. I really did, because I was like, I have a finish. Okay, so I have my finish. Okay, so the other one that I've worked on is my Fantastical Sal. It's a unicorn pattern. I'm not sure where my pattern is. It's in my stack of papers that I've been working on. Yeah, I have cross stitch patterns mixed in with some documents that I need to file, like finish up for clients. But it's in my important stack of papers. So it's in there. So I have, this is the one side just going down. That is the bottom of the page. So that's kind of cool. So we're working away. It's not going to get done this month. I wish it was. It's not. It's just going to be Fantastical Summer, like Michelle says from Bendy Stitchy, because it's the 28th, and that would only mean 2 more days in the month, and it's not going to get done in 2 days. I'm just going to be honest about it, okay? And that's okay, because that just gives us a little bit more time to celebrate, and I'm fine with that. Okay, so I have a finish. And I love this finish. It's the Martin Luther King sampler, or MLK, Martin Luther King sampler from Stone Street Stitchwork. It is all of the call for colors. It is just, it's beautiful. It's so pretty in person. You know, I know you guys, I had worried that like the little beige wouldn't show up. It's exactly the way it's supposed to be. It's there, but it's not like glaring. It is just, yeah, it's so pretty. I would highly encourage you guys to go and stitch this one, because it's way cute. Okay, so I have that. Oh, I got 2 new crowns to my collection, because crowns. And they're both green. I didn't have a green one. This baby is heavy. And it came on a day where I needed the pick-me-up. I left my hair down in, and then here's the other one. They're heavy. So now I have green crowns. Janet Jabber has a green crown, because she's a queen. Everybody's queen. So, you know, obviously I drive a Jeep, because I always start off my thing with Jeeps. And I'm on Facebook with several Jeep groups, and one of them is Duck Duck Jeep. And somebody posted in Duck Duck Jeep, I want to say they're in Texas. I'm blanking where they are. Could be North Carolina. I don't know. You know what? I'm not even going to say where it is, because I'm totally blanking on where. They are a forensic nurse in a hospital. They had a 9-year-old little girl come in. I mean, a 9-year-old little girl, or a little boy, whichever. She's a little girl. She came into the hospital. She had been abused by her caregiver. My stomach just kind of, like, it's devastating to think that a 9-year-old has to know what a forensic nurse does. Yeah. So the regular nurse is kind of like one of the comfort things. Gave her a little unicorn duck. And the forensic nurse came in and was explaining how we duck each other. If you're a Jeep driver, you duck each other, and that's our big thing. And it's just kind of fun, and we do it, right? So the little girl gave her the little duck she had just gave, and she goes, no, you need it. I'm ducking you. You have a Jeep, kind of thing. And so she put out the call for all of us Jeepers to sort of, we're sending them to her, and she's going to get them to the little girl. So I'm putting together a care package of unicorn ducks or ducks. I'm gonna make a little shirt on my Cricut. I have to do that still. But Kim from Stitch Life, I think you guys, if you don't know her, go check out Stitch Life Happy Hour. She sent me 2 little ducks. They're ducks, but they're unicorn ducks, and they light up. They're flippin' fantastic. So I have to do that this week. I can't, I just, again, my heart breaks. Those types of things just sort of, they're cases that I don't always have the, I can't stomach them. A 9-year-old shouldn't understand what a forensic nurse does. Never. It just shouldn't be. And to know that this little girl has such a heart that, you know, like here she is in this moment of crisis to still be that giving. So yeah, so that's my big thing in the next couple days. I have to head out to the post office and send that on, and include the 2 little ducks from Kim. So that's kind of cool. My kids are all like, yeah, Mom, we need to let this little girl know that she's loved and she's protected. So yeah, so we're doing that. I still have to get my, I haven't started myself. I had told you guys how we were doing the round robin with Stitch Life. All of us in Happy Hour, we're all stitching the same pattern and we're going to stitch each other's. I haven't even started mine. Haven't? Nope. I need to get my shit together, apparently. But here's the difference this week. I'm not stressing about it. If I'm behind, I'm behind. I know who I'm sending to. They're a fast stitcher. I'm a fairly quick stitcher when I'm able to sort of focus on things. So it's mostly just at this point sitting down and cutting my fabric because I haven't. That's what's the hold up. I mean, I have a huge cone of 310. But then I also want to send in the package some like little presents, like little thingy for each person. That's okay. I'm pulling out the lidocaine patches. They stink. What the heck? That's probably gonna be my screen grab. Thank you. You know. Thank you, YouTube, for grabbing the crazy looking screen grab because we all know that that's what's going to be. I'm trying to think what else is going on. I have finished collecting all of my DMC, the regular line. I have at least one skein of every single color now. I don't even know. I'm expecting the 2 lavender and lace patterns. I don't know what else. I have to download my Hades. I did the random draw, and you guys are just gonna have to trust me on this because I don't know how to insert videos and I suck at this stuff. So what I did is I wrote everybody's name, pulled them out, had William pull them out of, now that you know my son's name, I'll just say it. So the boy child, or William, pulled it out of the hat, and the Monopoly pattern to, hopefully you'll stitch it with us, with the Stitching Penguin and I. She's decided what she's changing hers to. I have decided on mine. I am doing a music theme. I think I'm going to make, based on some suggestions, and I love them, so keep them coming. So what I'm going to do is like, Boardwalk will be French horn. Park Place, which is the companion blue, will be mellophone, which is what my son plays. That's his main instruments. But then like I'll do what is it, cello, viola, bass for one of the sets of 3s that way. We're gonna do the railroads will be like Sydney Opera House, will be Carnegie Hall, and that there's those 4. And then so those will be the railroads, and the utilities will be I'm totally blanking. I want to say the Grand Ole Opry Opera, like something like that. I don't know. So, but it is, I can stitch the board and then add to them. Then jail, I'm going to do as a practice room. Instead of the little policeman for directly to jail, it'll be a conductor. Um, I'm totally blanking, but but I can stitch it all, like the color blocks and the squares, like the map of the squares, and not have to worry about what I'm filling it in at this point because yeah. But then I got to figure out a way to make the little cards to go with the changes because yeah, the regular Monopoly cards aren't going to win. So that said, hey Denise from Black Stitch Studio, you're now going to be the proud owner of Monopoly again. And again, I hope you'll stitch it with us starting this fall. Me and the Stitching Penguin. I don't know what she's changing hers to. I'm very curious because I know she was kicking around a couple of ideas. But in her last floss tube, she said she had figured it out. So just waiting to find out. Denise, I think I have your address because I had won your prize. But just in case, can you email it to me? And I will get that out. Hopefully, because I'm going to the post office, I've got a couple things I've got to mail out to people. So yeah, congratulations! I'm very excited. That's my first big giveaway, so that's exciting. And you know, we'll do another one when we hit. I don't know. I know I'm over 500 now. Maybe plan another one at 750 and then another one at 1,000. Does that seem reasonable? Um, we'll figure it out. We always do. Let's see what else. That's really about it. I can't even tell you what my plans are for this next week coming up because, well, clearly I need to work on a couple things, and some of those that includes this with my fellow happy hourers. And I want to sew. I had started cutting out the fabric this afternoon. Hey, Lizzie, quiet. The next door neighbors, they're switching. I don't know. I think they're either. I don't know if yesterday the other people moved out and the new people are moving in today. I don't know. I know some of my neighbors. I don't know all of my neighbors. My one neighbor, a couple houses down, he looks out for us, looks out for my kids. He's the Kool-Aid house. So they've always got a gang of kids like playing catch and like it's great. But I don't know the people really next door to me very well. So, but they have a U-Haul and they're either moving out. They must be moving. I don't know. Whatever. I totally lost my. So anyway, so I've got to cut out the bags and I've got to drag out my sewing machine, to start sewing project bags because that'll be nice. If I get through all my fabric, well, all of the vinyl, because I think what did I say? I think I have enough vinyl for 30 bags, and I have enough zippers for 100. So there's that. So, I have a lot of paperwork to get done for the office for clients. Yeah. Send good thoughts to my plumbing because you know that's just bloody fantastic. Yeah. And I can't remember who my homeowner's insurance is. And because I only pay it once a year and it's been paid, so I put a call in. So I told you guys at my office, the guys across the hallway from me is an insurance guy, and I call him Jake. It's not his name. He's not Jake from Not State Farm, but he's still the insurance guy. So I sent a message to his assistant. I'm like, hey, because that's who I bought my insurance through. I was like, who's my insurance through again? Could you tell me? Because, yeah. So yeah, so that's all the fun. I don't know what else we're stitching though. I have to do my quirky Quaker Loch Ness monsters and stuff. Has anybody got a stitch journal or project tracker, like, or a list of all of their projects and kind of where they like? Is it a present for somebody? Is Is it just the pattern stage right now? Is it all kitted up kind of thing? Like, does anybody have a good planner for that kind of stuff? Because I have projects that are on my shelf in project bags that I haven't touched in forever. Van Gogh Jeep is one of them. I haven't touched it in forever. I have cells that I have joined that I have the patterns for. I haven't started them. I have to add my. I did decide that I'm going to do Lindy stitches with the one animal, one chunk of the border a week. If I can get 2 animals in, great. If I can't, whatever. So I have to stitch that. That then be in. So, with that said, have fun, be safe, don't add to the population, don't subtract from the population. Don't go to jail this week. Don't end up on the news unless it's for good things. So, have fun. Let me know ideas down below. Yeah, and we'll talk to you guys later. And don't forget, Denise, message me. So we'll talk to you later. Bye.